What's up, everybody? This is Zacharias. We're back again with more of Avernum 2 Crystal Souls. Since we got information for the Vonatai, let's go ahead and head back to them. You return to the portal to Vonatai lands. The Vonatai created it as a conduit through which your two peoples can reach each other. Do you wish to return to Vonatai lands? Yes. You pull out the map you found in Lyman Selly's fort and show it to the council. It definitely gets their attention. Lantris reads it carefully, and the council talks quietly for several minutes. Hyrog has been slain, Lantris says. Nobody will mourn. Now that we know Jeknol Bach is in his lair, we can plan on getting her out. He has an assistant bring several maps to him. They are ancient, and bits flake off of them at the gentlest touch. He pores over them carefully. The lair will be heavily guarded, but look here. He indicates a narrow tunnel heading from the water to the back of Pyrog's cave. If you took a boat around the back of Pyrog's cave to the north, you could find the secret passage and enter the fortress from the rear. The passage will be well hidden, and the old lizard's traps may still be there. Still, it seems the easiest way to slip in and get the crystal soul. You take note of all of this. If only someone could be found to rescue Jeknol, the rewards will be great. All three look at you hopefully. You take note of all this. You can now use the secret entrance behind Pyrog's lair. Okay, so now we have an update on that. We have to sneak into Pyrog's lair. Won't get to that quite yet because I still have an Avernum town to explore first. Or a few more Avernum towns anyway. Take a look at my large map. Yes, it's going to be all the way up there, but... Ooh, along with the Orb of Throning quest, which I haven't addressed yet, but... I do need to explore some more here. First, let's go to... here. You make your way along the steep slope, which leads up to a broad plateau. The normally humid air of Avernum is exceptionally hot and moist here, and there is a powerful sulfur smell. You visit an outpost of Vernite soldiers, keeping watch over the Great Cave. Seeing them, you mainly feel relief that such grunt work has been left behind you. Being a hero is dangerous, true, but there's a lot to be said for a lack of tedium. There are two tiny fishing villages on this island. One is populated by humans and the other is settled by Sliths. They mostly seem to keep to themselves, but the relations between them are clearly cordial. There is a heavy barricade barring this route, guarded by a powerful-looking garrison of Sliths. There are dozens of them on the ramparts, backed by mages. They nod to you politely as they let you pass, but they are wary of speaking with you. You are at the edge of the Scree Pit, the barren, rubble-choked cavern which once served as a border between Avernum and hostile Slith lands. The Scree Pits are now a no-man's land between Avernum and Empire territory. Neither side is strong enough to take it and hold it against the other, but the Empire seems to have an advantage. They have built a large wall to the northwest. Well, partly built it. It's large. It stretches easily from floor to ceiling, but it hasn't been thickened at all. A good siege engine would tear it apart. Lacking a good siege engine, you're stuck having to go through the door. Okay. We'll have to explore that section when we can, but let's go ahead and head in here to the town of Gnass. You meet a tall, dignified Sazerakai. She sets aside her 2 times fear and bows in greeting. When she speaks, her voice is deep and softly sibilant. I am Asoso of the Sazerakai. Welcome to Gnass. I help the refugees here, and it is good to meet one not hungry or afraid. I wish to speak with you. I have time, but it is hard. She slowly shakes her head. I have been looking after and aiding the refugees have fled to here. Refugees from where? The Empire is moving from Slith Village to Slith Village, killing all of our people they find. A few of them, the lucky ones, make their way here. The rest end up in mass graves. That sounds horrendous. Yes, as hard as you humans find it to believe, the Empire is killing all of us, every last one. One day we will be able to prove it to you, although we hope it happens before we are all gone. Yeah, even knowing what they do of the Empire, the castle will not believe what is happening. They say we need evidence. All we have are tales of the hungry and scared. What if I could find that evidence for you? That would help me argue for justice and help for the Slith peoples. I would wish you to tell me of the place where the Sliths were massacred. Where should I look? Most of the Slith villages were northeast of here. Look for a sign of a Slith village destroyed by the Empire. I could then spread the word of the massacre and people would know what the Empire does to us. Sotho speaks softly with you, discussing the progress of the war. She tries to seem calm, but as you speak, you detect hints of the turmoil and anger she feels inside. What do you do with the refugees? We can arm them and help them fight. They will at least have the luck of dying fighting for their freedom, rather than ending up in the ground. I found the site of a massacred Slith village. It's due northeast of here. There were no survivors. Astotho looks furious. Oh, I knew it. Oh, the grief. They massacre us. They kill us. This empire. Their evil is without limit. Oh, if only I could fight them. If only I could join in the fight. My skills are great. I wish I could use them to fight the surface worlders. We would like you to join us. Leave here and fight the Empire. For a minute, she considers it. Then she shakes her head. I can fight. I will fight. However, I must fight here. Like the Empire Raiders came to Katra, they will come here. When they do, they will find refugees tended to and trained by me. Then they will not have another easy victory. At least we got her the evidence early on in another part. Many of the palaces in this common room are occupied by refugees. They are tired, hungry Sazerakai from villages to the north. They fled the Empire to come here. Each of them has a tale of woe. Sometimes the Empire will deal with the humans of the underworld. Nephilim and Sliths, on the other hand, are just killed. There is a previously wounded Slith on this bed. His tail has been severed and dirty bandages cover up his body. He stares up at you through a haze of pain. I am Lergath. Who did this to you? Empire troops slew my village, fled. He pauses to regain his strength and continues. I fled here. Rest so I can fight. Why do you want to fight? His eyes light up with fury. They killed my mate and my brood. His voice starts to rise despite the pain speech it causes him. One day I will rise, and I will take up my spears, and I will have revenge. I hope that you succeed. The Empire scum deserve to die. He nods. Even such a small movement is a struggle for him. Yes, they will pay. They will. He nods off, claimed by merciful sleep. At first, you were sure Laergath wouldn't survive his wounds. Now, seeing his fanatical desire for vengeance, you suspect he has the will to live after all. The small slith stares at you with fear. When you get close, it begins to shake in terror. Its small, sharp teeth rattle together. Us, no hurt. Hello, little one. Don't hurt me. I'm not mean, Slith, not savage. It speaks the words haltingly. I won't hurt you. Not bad. No, hit me. Not bad to human. Not bad to Slith. Calm down. Of course you aren't bad. He backs away. Humans hit Sliths. Hit me, no. Not bad. The simple little creature runs away. A hulking Slith with a vacant look walks up and stares at you. It grunts. Can I help you? I want to see soldiers. The words come slowly and haltingly. Now you've seen me, what do you think? You small. It's big. You like soldiers? It struggles to find a word. It good. I farm. You're a farmer? I farm good. I farm for Groth. Groth gone. Where did Groth go? He killed bad human, not good as you. He helped us grow things. I sad he gone. His head drops sadly. He wanders off. Flip with the large carved staff is keeping an eye on the mushroom fields and the wandering lizards. She isn't very good at it, though. She seems lost in thought. Your approach distracts her from her distraction. Oh, outsider. I am Othoth. Welcome. You seem distracted. Well, normally I am a mage and stone shaper. Instead, I am forced to watch the fields. Is magic important to Sliths? Our Sliths guard our magical secrets closely. They have sacred value to us. They are much of our power. What does the stone shaper do? I mold stone into statue. These statue forms of our ancestors are our way of paying homage. Our statues have great value to us. Othoth says, what else may I tell you? I am ever eager to help. She looks pleased to have visitors from outside Gnass. Why are you watching the fields? The servants need watching and guarding. Their master is off fighting the Empire. It takes time for my magic. Guarding the servants? Why? Aren't they free to leave? Alas, many Sliths reach adulthood without intelligence. These are used as servants for growing food and for simple jobs. We look after the simple ones. Help them. That is what I am doing now. What magic would you be doing? Things that have no value in time of war. There is no worry, though. If Empire invaders come, I drop my staff and summon fire and ice. Well, that explains why us and it struggle a bit. The Therakai are not above eating unintelligent lizards for food. Several of them are in and around the eastern pen, awaiting their grim destiny. These slender bridges lead to an island out on the lake. Out on the top of the hill, you see a shrine. From here, you see that a huge statue of a Slith is the centerpiece of the shrine. Between you and it are 3 pools. This is a stone basin lined with tiles that has been filled with several inches of crystal clear water. You gently skim your fingers over the surface of the water. Nothing happens. This is the holy shrine of the settlement of Gnass. It is dominated by a huge stone statue of a female Slith, towering above you with open arms. The statue radiates an aura of tranquility. You offer a brief homage to the god of the Sliths. As you pray, you begin to feel energized. A little at first, then more and more. You feel touched by divine gratitude for the respect you have paid. Then you back away, feeling rejuvenated. The slow-ceiling dome contains this village's greatest treasure, the pools in which the slit eggs hatch and in which the slit children grow until they gain the ability to breathe out of water. When you enter, dozens of tiny slits watch you with fascination, and maybe hunger. What you thought was a lizard is, in fact, a baby slit. It crawls around on all fours, hissing, fighting for food, and trying to speak. You meet a small, delicately featured slit woman. She has been nervously watching you. Tiny slits crawl around her feet, hissing and occasionally biting her feet. When you approach, she says in a nervous voice, "I am Ethad." She is careful not to get too close to you. Don't be afraid. I mean no harm. You are not slit. You may be kind to those like you, but outsiders are always hurting us. What work do you do here in Gnass? She thinks it over, then she decides that it's safe to tell you. I am our brood keeper, stranger. I look over our younglings. What does a brood keeper do? She looks protectively towards the young playing in the pool. Her expression plainly says that if you want to do anything to them, you'll have to kill her first. I guide our children. How do you guide them? Our people are being killed by the humans. Our children are our only true hope for revenge. I teach them of the Empire. Tell them our ways, what they must know to fight for our people. This is a book on Slit's holy rituals. Skimming it, you find something interesting. It mentions that many Slit's holy places have 3 pools of water nearby. It is traditional to lightly touch each pool before approaching the altar. Well, we actually just did that. Okay, I don't know what that was supposed to do, but... You meet an ancient Slitserikai. His green scales are fading to a dark gray. He is sitting at this table, weary and bent. He nods solemnly. I am Pathis. You notice that he is wearing a holy charm, a symbol of a Slit priest. What do you do for your village? I am the priest for this village. It is great labor. I didn't realize that Slits had priests. Yes, we Slits are religious people. Why is it such labor? We worship our gods, kind gods, as best we can. Many of our brethren in these caves worship dark gods of war and blood. We do not. It saddens us, for they possess our holy charm. Your holy charm was stolen? Our people in these caves have a holy artifact. It was an amber charm of a lizard, ancient and very valuable to us. We are sure some of our people in these caves have it. Return it and we will reward you. There is a ritual I can give you to help you. Can you teach me the ritual I need to find the charm? He mutters a brief chant, then repeats it several times. When you find a place where the charm may be hidden, mutter this chant and it will hum in response to you. The charm is the only chanting stone in these caves. You take note of this. What is the charm? A wondrous item. A chanting stone. It takes our chants and sings them back to us. It purifies and strengthens our prayers. Any guess where the slits with the charm might be? Very few of the evil slits. The dead once leader of the evil slits remain. If you find a nest of them, search it well. There it may be. Do you know about any nests? The last time we were raided, we tracked the savages who attacked us. We lost a trail in the eastern gallery, north of the ruins of Katra. Ask in the settlements of the eastern gallery. Maybe they have seen something. Pathos looks up at you wearily. What else would you like to know? He fingers the symbol of his priesthood idly. You are a priest. Can you heal me? No, my powers are limited, sadly. I save them for my own peoples. Can you teach me magic? No, my teachings are only to be given to those of my race. I have sworn it and can do no other. I wonder if we had a Slith in our party that he would actually be more helpful, but we don't. So it is what it is. I could have sworn there was another. Oh, no, that's. I could have sworn there was another Slith around here I could talk to, though. I was out wandering around here. Had the name of Orho, or something like that. Oh, he must run the weapon shop. Yeah, let's talk to him first. A massive Slith emerges from the smoky haze that fills this building. Muscles ripple under his leathery skin, and a pair of huge hammers hangs from his belt. He nods when you approach, evaluating your weapons with a quick look. I am Orho, maker of spears to slay the Empire. I would like to sell something. What are you working on? He grabs a steel two-time spear from the wall and holds it up for your inspection. I forge weapons to fight the Empire. Impressive work. He gives you a toothy grin and twirls a heavy spear effortlessly. Yes, traditional spear of the Caesarici. Weapon we have used since times lost. He hands you the beautiful weapon reverently. In the name of peace, we are letting some outsiders buy our weapons. Just ask. Why don't you use spears like the humans make? The Slith style is superior for our battle techniques. Yet the two-time spear is only for full warriors. The young use a simpler, cheaper type. Also, some of our warriors with bigger strength, use the human-style halberd. There is no dishonor in this. How else may I help you, traveler? I am willing to sell my work to slayers of the Empire. His voice is deep and clear, and he has a decent grasp of the human tongue. You fight the Empire? His face is expressionless, but his eyes glint with anger. In this time, when they murder us for sport, I make my weapons slay those of the Empire. They have no other purpose. Can I purchase a weapon from you? Orho is willing to do you the honor of selling you his fine Slith spears. Okay, well, we already have a good weapon, so don't have to worry about that. I don't need anything. Then I wish you good hunting. Slay those who come to hunt us. For a species with so little experience creating stone buildings, Sliths have done a good job here. The solid stone structure contains as good a forge as you've seen in Avernum. It takes great skill and good equipment to create one of the powerful Caesarici two-time spears. We'll grab what we can here and then sell it. Okay, we gotta wait for Orho to move before it can walk out of here. Come on, dude, dang. He really should be just locked in this area since he's selling weapons and stuff. This mighty Slith paces the town, keeping a watchful eye on everything. He's huge, and he keeps his mighty steel spear handy at all times. When he sees that an outsider has come to Gnass, he sniffs and looks you over. Welcome to my village, soldier. I am Toth this. I watch Gnass. What is your role here in Gnass? I am chief. I take the responsibility for these people. So you lead here. In a way, we Sliths have chiefs. who tell the people what to do, then they decide whether or not to do it, much like what you humans have. Office says, "What else do you want to know, soldier?" He is watching you closely as he patrols Gnass. He must have a deep and understandable distrust of strangers. How do your people fare? The Empire wishes to slay us. The Avernum wish to fight with us. And my tribe has their own wishes. What has the Empire done? They kill us by the hundreds. Many of us come here for help and to fight, and we do our best. How is your relationship with the Avernum? Once we fought you. Now we are becoming fast friends, united in hating the Empire. It is a strange world indeed. What do your people wish for? Our priest wishes to recover a holy charm our people brought with us when we fled our ancestral home. He is Pathos. You should ask him of it. Where was your ancestral home? We Sliths came to these caves many years ago. We were thrown from our people, our home nation, now lost to us forever, because our clan was too violent. Now some of us are not that way anymore, but we are banished forever from our home. We know not how to go there, even if that is what we were trying. Okay. The stone dome is full of poles, each teeming with small fish. The Sliths have constructed a hatchery here, so that they can always have a supply of their favorite varieties. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the quest for the Sliths, which I think I have an idea of. Blosk is a major stop on Avernum's main trade route, and these merchants are taking advantage of it. One look at their goods tells you that they've been horse trading or lizard trading with wanderers from all over. They offer to sell you some of their goods. The prices aren't cheap, but the selection is always interesting. Every merchant in Avernum comes by the city of Blosk sooner or later, and it looks like this van has brought something from every single one of them. Okay. And we'll have to go to Blosk ourselves, but let's get this quest done real quick. But I do have an idea of where it's at. It's going to be where we fought the hidden Sliths earlier. Oh, I didn't even see this before. Okay, so that's free money. I also have the strongest barrier spell, so I wonder if we can loot up one area now. So not comfortable with killing like the baby Sliths, even though we already wiped out the rest of this tribe, but because who knows, they might actually improve and do better. Okay, so there's also a barrier down here I couldn't do anything about before. This passage gets colder as you walk south. The stone floor becomes slick with frost. You start to feel nervous. You suspect that someone is watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Wonder if we can... There is a pool of water here. It is stagnant and smelly, and there is a thin layer of green scum on top. The pool is frozen around the edges. The tile floor before it has two depressions, as many creatures have knelt before it. Cringing, you rub the foul water over your arms and hands. Ugh. Apart from making you smell worse, it doesn't seem to do anything. Fortunately, a towel was left nearby to get the worst of the gunk off. Then you feel a strange, warm sensation and briefly covers your entire body. You seem to have passed some sort of test. You will have to be very careful walking down this passage for fear of brushing against totems and grisly trophies. This trophy room houses the remnants of Slith's most valued victims. You see a lot of cramped writing carved into the north wall. At the end of this chamber of horrors, you find a pedestal. The scrolls on it are covered with tiny, cramped inscriptions. A brief inspection reveals that they describe rituals. Not good ones, cruel, sinister, magical rites. They look dark, but they also look interesting, almost compelling. You read the runes, slowly at first, then more intensely, unable to turn away. Gripped by the detailed, compelling descriptions of corrupt, foul rituals and horrifying rites, you even find yourself muttering some of the incantations to yourself. Fortunately, you have finally reached the end of the dark litanies. You have been deeply disturbed, but with time, your mind recovers. Mostly, you still feel slightly unhinged. Okay, we don't want no dread curse. Forget that. Let's go ahead and do that ritual anyway, because we seem to have still passed it. Passed some test. Got some fine steel bracers, a necklace, spell, and a halberd. I'm not going to read the book again. Forget that. But maybe we needed to do that before we embark on this right here. The passage in front of the dock has long lines of runes and religious pictograms on the floor, walls, and ceiling. You can't make any sense of symbols. You walk past them. Okay, so I think we did need to do that ritual though to be able to get past that area that was blocking us before. The book is definitely a trap though. Because, yeah, I don't want no dark thoughts in my inventory. No way. The island is dominated by the statue of a huge male Slith. His two-time spear is raised above his head in a pose of triumph. An inscription at the base says his name, Thesis. Statues of smaller Slith warriors surround him. At the statue's feet, you see a huge pile of skulls from all sorts of creatures, humanoid and animal. It's a gruesome trophy collection, gathered by this band of savage Caesaricae. You remember what the Sliths of Gnass told you, and guess that this may be a good place to search for the charm. You mutter the incantation, and indeed, you soon hear a soft humming coming from a pile of giant lizard skulls. You search the pile and find a small amber charm inside the skull of a deceased Nephilim. The charm is shaped like a small lizard. Right, and we'll grab that for a little bit more loot. Actually, yeah, I'm still curious if there was any more barriers we had up here. Well, it doesn't look like it. I think we already explored what we could. And apart from that trapped book, we didn't even have to do any combat except for We didn't have to do any combat at all. We just had to get the charm and go, since we already took care of the slits earlier. If you do get inflicted with a dread curse, I would suggest just loading your save. You could go to Mother Clarice and have her take care of it with some herb ingredients, but I think it's just better to reload an autosave or your original save file. Be stuck with that. Let's head back to the good slits now. I found the charm you wanted. You hand Pathith the charm. He rises and bows deeply in thanks. In return, I will send word to the human that you have aided us. I understand that the castle gives reward to those they hear do great deeds. In addition, return later and I may think of something magical I can teach you. I know that soldiers always desire spells to help them in their fight. Can you teach me magic? Oh. Have you decided what you would like to teach me? Hatha says, it was a difficult choice, but I will share with you one of our most secret and valuable rituals. It is difficult, but it is worthwhile, since you did so much for us. Read my book, not the one in this chamber, the hidden one. It will open to you now. Oh, okay, so that opens up this door right here, and we have to just move mountains to get that. Alright, improved Ward of Elements. So now we have that at level 3. Which is awesome. Awesome sauce. Now it is finally time to explore Blosk after some time. And you remember back in, I think it was Almeria, we also learned there might be a spy here. Well, we'll get more into that with this town. But that will happen in the next part, so I will see you all soon until then.